was a recession. So I said, look, if you people are stupid enough to give me a job, I'm going to be smart enough to keep it.
Yeah,
And
because the
so I did.
recession started what in 2007?
Uh-huh, it started in '07. And I started
2007.
my job in '08, and I kept it all the way through. I was shocked because I really didn't know nothing, but I was a useful chick. I tell you what, I made people's coffee, and I started my career actually in the corporate group, but there was no corporate deals, nobody because nobody could get financing. So I chose, and I always wanted to do entertainment law, like I told you, because I started as a child actress. So I made my way into the intellectual property group. That was a group that did fashion law and all that sexy stuff. So I ended up making myself very useful. So I went from a division of my firm that had no work to who had all the work. And I ended up becoming a fashion attorney. So I represented Christian Louboutin and Yves Saint Laurent and Hublot and all of those brands.
Wow.
I did their anti-counterfeiting. So I would take down those little Chinatown stores that would sell knockoffs, and Forever 21, they used to sell knockoff red bottom shoes. And my most famous case was the case of whether you could trademark the red sole. So I represented Christian Louboutin, and we sued YSL, um, claiming that they had infringed us for making a shoe that was red on the bottom and red on the top. So that's how I started my career in New York City.
Wow, that's so cool.
Thank you. Yeah, it was definitely very interesting. The clients and my peers that I worked with were certainly something else, that's for sure. A
Wow.
lot of personalities, but yeah, I did that knock. I took down knockoffs, made sure I could get them off the market, and it was kind of like I was like a little spy investigator. Yeah, it was sexy.
So let me ask you this, because of course the missing link, the channel is geared towards entrepreneurs, pretty much.
Absolutely.
So people in business. So the thing is if anyone that comes to this channel and watches this in replay, say for instance, someone in business wants to get trademark, can you help them with that as well? You got listen,
Sure.
guys. Wow.
Absolutely. Myself and my firm, we have trademark attorneys there. Absolutely, that can help you with that. This is a great time to do so. And also, just like I think that the number one thing, the number first step that you should take is go to uspto.gov. Put in the name of whatever it is that you'd like to trademark and use that to see if it's already taken. Okay. Even if it's not, you need to pay an expert attorney because we have software and special things where we can run a search that's going to search for derivatives or misspellings or different things like that to let you know if you're going to be running dangerously close. The standard that we use is called substantially similar. If you have a trademark that's substantially similar to another one that's already either registered or pending, then that's what you want to avoid so that you can be protected. But absolutely, I can help you. I can get you where you need to be. Hmm.
Isn't trademarks, is it because I heard someone said getting a trademark is so expensive. They said it's like 5,000 or so ish to get a
Not
trademark.
necessarily. I think it's around 1,000 to just get the trademark, but
Mm,
2,500 for the report and the trademark, assuming that the report comes back and it's like you're good to go. But here's the thing that people forget.
mm,
Look, if you're starting a new business, if you don't go out there and get you a credit card, find you one of them 0% interest, such and such, because this is a line item on your
mm,
taxes, okay? This is tax deductible. And
mm,
you cannot afford to not get your trademark done because what's going to happen is you're going to blow up. Somebody's going to see you on social media. You're going to start selling all your stuff. And then some woman like me is going to come and see you infringing. And I'm going to take down your whole Instagram and your whole Twitter and your whole Facebook in one day. And you're going to be sitting there like, oh, oh. And then they really return my phone calls then. Okay. So
mm.
pay now or pay forever. So
Yeah.
you really want to get it done, budget it. Not only can put that stuff on a credit card. Even attorneys will work with you and do payment plans with you.
Mm,
Especially if you can show like, hey, I have products, I'm making money, give them a down payment for the retainer, And then you say, okay, each month I'm going to give you this amount. But most importantly, just remember, it's a tax deduction. You get that money back every January. So I even do a big rush towards the end of the year, November, December, where I'm like, hey, if there's a new business you want to file, et cetera, this is the time to do it, y'all, because you're going to get that money back in January when you file your taxes.
Hmm. Wow. And do you
Mhm.
need a lawyer to do a trademark?
No,
Or is it
you
in your
don't.
interest?
It's best interest because here's the thing what a lawyer does is we run a search for derivatives of whatever you
Mm.
want. And let's say if you're trying to do a design mark, that's really dangerous because your logo, there's a very special and unique way you have to search the system for a logo mark. Word mark is a little more clear cut, but even then, like I've had clients who, let's say the mark that you want is Sabrina Soul. Let's say there's a Sabrina soul that's already existing and you're like, oh, but I'm going to spell soul differently. No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. And those are the things that lawyers will help you with, or will help you. Like a really good one will help you say, okay, look, this is what's taken. Here are some alternative ideas of a trademark you can use that's really close to what you've already been using. So your clients know it's you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Child,
So
I'm
you
learning
got options. You
so much.
always have options. That's what's most
Yeah.
important to remember. With
Right.
a good lawyer, you always have options.
Mm.
It's just a matter of exploring them all. Mhm.
Right. Mm. Oh God, Lee. Okay. It's so much, and I feel like I've learned so much, and it is so many questions, but I'm not trying to even keep you on this long. But so, what is a day in the life of an attorney like? Like what? So you wake up in the morning, you check your email. Like, how is
Absolutely.
a day in the life of for you? How is it like?
Sure. So post COVID, a day in the life now is, and this is also why you'll see me in like different countries or different cities all the time. My day in the life is I'll wake up around 8:30. I'll look at my phone for any urgent text messages. If my assistant hasn't sent me anything urgent, then I know it's under control. Then I go back to sleep. I wake up. I probably watch Forensic Files around 9-ish. I fight crime from about 9 to 9:30, 9:45. And then I check my emails. I have an assistant who's I stole her from one of my old firms. We both worked in my old firm. And I usually have some documents that I need to approve. So I'll go through and I'll approve those and I'll go through that. Then around 11-ish, from 11 to about 1, I'll have case status and strategy calls
Mm.
where I'm going over my clients and my cases to find out who's treating with what doctors, what are these doctors saying are their injuries, what specialists do they need to get to? Okay, have we properly been documenting their lost wages, their this, their that, and their the third? And then I get on the phone and I talk shit to the insurance companies. I like to call insurance companies in the afternoon from like 1 to 2 because they have a full belly. It's
Yep.
after
Right after
work.
lunch.
Yeah, they've got some coffee in their system. They've got a second win. And then I'm like, listen, and I'll send them some more medical records. I get them to increase what's called the reserves, which means the amount that they're telling their boss this case is going to cost them. And I always feed them stuff all the time to do that. And then they're like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, you know what? I need you to send me some numbers. I need to get some numbers by tomorrow, close of business, so I can get you your bonus. No, I always try to act like I'm helping them. So I can get you your bonus. Fuck your bonus. I don't care. Fuck your bonus. Right? And so yeah, so I do that, and then in the afternoon, I usually check on my clients. If I find out like a certain client's been missing their doctor's appointment, I check on them. Hey, how's everything going? You know, life be life in. So it's like, do you need transportation? What is it that you need to help you get the treatment that you need so that we can not only get you better, but also, get you to the experts that are going to let us know exactly all of the things that you've experienced. Because sometimes they'll go to ER and then come out and they're like, oh, ER said this. Let me tell you something. ER, that doctor, if you ain't got no bullet wound, he about to send you home. Okay. Meanwhile, you got 3 herniated discs, a concussion, and the left side of your brain is to where you don't pick up your socks no more in the house. So your wife's gonna call me 3 times on Thursday. So it's just like a whole array. So a lot of it is it's like we're a family. Like me and my clients are a family, so it's like family management.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's that part, and then a few times a month I'll have Zoom hearings or in-person hearings. It just varies. So that's a large part of the management that I have. And then I have a great team underneath me, case managers and so forth. So that's a large part of the management that I have. And then I have a great team, people that I really trust who execute it. And I
That's what I
have
was about
clients
to
who
say.
trust the vision.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So how does your night end? So at like, you're like, after 7 o'clock, I don't work on anything. I don't do
Right.
anything that has to do with work. I take a bath. I cut my phone off. So what do you do? Like,
Absolutely. So around, it's actually 5 o'clock now. So, because I'm practicing, because I want to be a mom. So I have to like create a mom schedule and around in the kitchen. I'm trying to teach myself how to cook. I gave myself food poisoning a few weeks ago.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I survived. Yeah, it was whoo, touch and go.
Goodness.
So, yeah, so I'm sticking to, I really just stick to things I can cook in the microwave. But then when my boyfriend comes home, I throw them into a pot so he doesn't know.
If he's not watching this.
He's not watching right now. Yes. So I do that, and then he taste tests my food, and he tells me how salty it probably is. And then we watch our shows, and if I watch our shows prior to him, he gets on to me. So our shows include like anything power, Power Force, Power Book. We watch all of those. And of course, Ready to Love, Huntsville, Put a Ring on. So we watch our shows, and we like intentionally like watch them during the week because the weekend is a lot. And then I don't like doing the dishes. I don't like doing all that stuff. And then I call my housekeeper, who I love her, but she's like never on time. So I call her to figure out what day of the week she's going to come so I can make sure that my house is super messy that day so I get my money's worth. And then we just do it. That's the max.
And it's crazy because me thinking she's an attorney, I'm thinking she wakes up at 4 a.m. She doesn't go to sleep till 10, 11 o'clock at night. She goes to sleep with her bonnet on, her laptop beside of her, with her glass of wine. She's exhausted from all the cases and the phone calls. And you're like, I'm over here chilling, watching Ready to
I
Love with
used
popcorn.
to. Yeah, I used to. Now, because now I am 15 years out. Yeah, I've been out of school for 15 years.
Yeah.
But if you hit me like 10 years, yeah, like, yeah. Oh, no, there are definitely some nights on my laptop.